Brothers and sisters, what's happening? And as I always say, if you alive and breathing, guess what? We are back to conquer another day, another year, and another decade, as I always say. And we keep striving and be the best of oneself. And thank those that's been riding along with the brother. Current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view. I always say, I just want to keep this in our subconscious, drill it in our subconscious. We are leaders and teachers. We are not followers. With a student spirit, we're going to change that damn narrative. And I honor thy ancestors, those who fought hard to get many of us in the state, in the divine space that we are in, deep within. It's beautiful, isn't it? And I have to say, brothers and sisters, you know, make way for the righteous, because we coming. We are here, and a lot more coming. And you can never get rid of a truth sayer, because you try to dim one's light, another one will pop up. You dim that light, another one will pop up. So make way for the righteous. That inner light is expanding. If you see that on my banner here, right up under the word righteous, that inner light is expanding. And what is that inner light? It's that truth to the pit of our soul. Those things, the injustices we see over the world, you know, in the world or in our personal lives, person, place, or thing. Most of the time, a lot of times, it's the person, but it's not the person per se, especially in these times. A lot of times it are things or entities that they are connected to, especially with this social media. But we're going to talk about those, that person, place, or thing that maybe have wrong intent or wrong things without social media. Social media just amplifies it in the ways of the world. And that's why I would say person, place, or thing. Treat this life like a noun. Dissect stuff. You know, assess, figure things out. Excuse me. Had to take a little cough. Yeah. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. Or I kind of think I said it backwards. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time zone you're in. My melanated brothers and sisters, my family, children, those that's just trying to live a good life, you know. We are in the observing times, exposing times, and lesson time. So if you ain't learning a lesson now, if you healthy, mind, body, and soul, if you haven't learned shit, and you up past 40 and up in them 50s, and you're healthy, you know, okay, then be ready for the backlash. And backlash could be for anybody, not just celebs and entertainers, you know. Just being a wrong, horrible person, period, will always bring back the wrong things. Like I say, we in lesson times. Learn from those who have had a toxic life, their whole life. And this could be brother or sister. Just think about it. Meditate on it. And I'm not talking about those who've made small mistakes and turned our lives around. I'm talking about those who've like caused people to be deleted, so to speak, and have affected their lives. And some have tried to affect, but some have got up out from under that evil cloak that some narcissistic brothers and sisters that have been doing. And again, this could be high status, low status. It don't matter. It's all how that person is deep within. That's how we got so many teachers out here teaching on how to keep our psyche strengthened. And I will say a million times, you know, watch what we channel into our psyche, because what we do for long periods of time, and this could be positive or negative, if we, you know, wherever we start, if we start young, and okay, we're going to talk about the evil things. If you've been doing evil things your whole life since you was young, and you had opportunities to change, and all you care about is the materialistic things and being known and being big, well, at some point, the great divine is going to make you look really small, because you didn't connect to that higher force. You didn't appreciate it. When you don't appreciate the power of that great divine will make you appreciate it. But let's not wait till it's too late, because we keep that divine, that God force within through the bad times, through the good times, you know, sad times, challenging times. We got to take that higher force within, that great divine ability that all of us melanated brothers and sisters have, you know. Just unfortunate, some use that that magnificent gift that a lot of us have. Some of it use it for evil. And it's unfortunate because it'll backfire on you. And it's not a gift if you're using it for evil. You know, it's only a gift if it's for something righteous. That's just my opinion. You know, gifts are meant to elevate ourselves, and depending on what gift it is, because I always say it's different kinds of gifts. Never think small. Any gift, especially if it's beneficial to human life. You know, melanated brothers and sisters, young and old, in our families, that kind of gift. Now, if you got something, I don't call it a gift if it's evil. You know, if you're using it to manipulate, undermine, especially if you're a master manipulator and you don't want to suffer the consequences, and you're doing all these things to cover it up, spend your whole life trying to cover up a lie. That's imprisonment in our own mind. That's why you hear so many of us say, deal with that inner core shit. As soon as we feel something that's not right, we meditate about it. We don't go on with it and be like, okay, and justify it. And okay, well, at least I'll get money. I'm just thinking of something, an example, something hypothetical. You know, well, as long as I get the money, I'll be all right. You know, I'll go ahead, I'll sell my soul, but I'll be fine. I'll be rich. Yeah, right. Nothing is worth more than our soul, our sanity, our integrity. Because what will come, folks, what will come, ladies and gentlemen, the future. That's why you also have heard me say many times, what we do in the present, what we do righteous in the present will always benefit us in the future. That's a given. That's cause and effect. That's a fact. You know, even when we get knocked down, you know, if we are of a good heart, righteous at heart, we will, you know, depending on what it is. I ain't talking about nothing real bad, you know, because most people who are righteous, you know, when we've gotten up in levels and we are pretty wise and come across a lot of knowledge, again, like I always say, it won't be that bad of a thing. It'd be small little human errors here and there, because when you are a true blue righteous brother or sister, we've studied areas of our mind, body, and soul. So that's why we have less drama. We make less mistakes. We have very little stress, if no stress at all. 'Cause that's a word I hate. You'll never hear me say that word. 2 words you'll never hear me say. And were 3 things I don't play with in this life: it's stress, game, and life itself, death. I don't play with that kind of shit, you know, and never indulge ourselves in anything that could lead to our own demise. And I'm not just talking about physical, because as so many of us say, and I've said many times, we can be the walking dead. We can be dead while we're alive. And that's worse than being dead. Real talk. Because it's like you're walking around. I'm talking about those who are toxic and don't give a damn about themselves or others or how they affect, you know, people. You know, when we become compromised, we not only affect ourselves, we also affect those in our circle. And no money, no power, no status, no TV, no social media, nothing is going to stop. It's going to stop that karma. You know, karma is real. You know, I've seen it in action in my life and others' lives. You know, it just depends on that individual. You know, as that example I gave on a few podcasts ago, maybe last week, about when I talk about the clip I saw of the brother, actually, I think it was a white guy, actually tried to steal a purse from a lady, and as soon as he ran in the street, bam, he got hit. So I said that, but I already gave that example already, but it is real, you know. Especially, it depends. I think how bad things come back on you when you've been evil. I think well, my opinion, it depends on how bad you are, and especially if you cause somebody demise, that's woo. You're going to pay for that one. Real talk. I'm talking about when you did it on purpose, especially when you lied about it, try to cover it up. I'm just speaking hypothetical, you know, just because this kind of stuff goes on in any area of our lives. But our lesson is those that, you know, maybe music we have listened to, movies we have watched, you know, it's just, it's unreal to see that toxic building come crumbling down. But a lot of us already knew, because again, like I said, a true blue righteous brother or sister already knows or already knew the things that's going down now, especially if we've been studying on this journey for a long time. And salute to my elders and my young brothers and sisters that's let nothing stop us from doing what we have to do on this walk and doing what we was called to do. Because I'll say many times, you know, it's just a little advice, suggestion. I like to give. If you feel something righteous in your heart, this brother or sister, young or old, and it keep bothering you, and and you keep thinking about it, or it comes in your dreams. We talking about something righteous, not nothing bad, and it's a impactful gift. That's your calling. If it bothers you and it makes you feel good when you do it, and it's coming from a place of love, that's your calling. Because divine only works through real, genuine love. Now, it's not easy for some of us. Everybody's different, like I say. But if we're righteous, we're what? Part of the same tree, different branches. I say that from time to time. But if it bothers you, if it's weighing on your heart, I mean, like for a long time, like you're not even thinking about it, and it pops in your subconscious. We're talking about something righteous now. That's your calling. Because when that great divine, Mother Nature, has something for us, it's going to put signs in us, or we're going to see it, or in our dreams, or you might even see it in another brother or sister. But it'll keep it, if it has something, if that greater, higher, supreme being has something for us, it will show up. We will know. We won't have to guess. We'll know. It'll be in our gut. It will be in our subconscious, especially those who are lit up out here. Like I say, the inner light is expanding, and all that light that a lot of us have been carrying within for a long, long time is starting to radiate on the outside, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's growing. Can't be stopped now. Make way for the righteous. Lay out the red carpet for the righteous brothers and sisters out here, and that's in our families, outside our families, because we coming. We can't be stopped. There will always be a brother or a sister that will speak that truth. You can't stop it. One goes or transition or whatever, another one will pop up. That's just how it go, like popcorn. A lot of brothers and sisters now, amongst the toxic ones and like I say, the ones that's fake and all that, but amongst all them, the real ones out here, there are more and more waking up every day, and you'll see that if you're in that space. If you're not greedy, and you're not anxious, and you're not looking to tear somebody down, you're not doing any and everything to get hit, especially if you're up in them 50s and you're a grown adult, brother or sister, and you know better, and you're still acting like you're in your 20s, I feel sorry for you. That's a person, that's a dangerous place to be. When, it's okay, like I say, it's good to have a childlike spirit, and have, keep that childlike energy, but it gets to a certain level or a certain point or maturity. And then I'm kind of talking about age, just certain things we can't do, but we never lose that childlike energy, because that's how we stay looking young, when we keep that childlike energy within, but we don't act like a child. And you see a lot of that out here, a lot of grown adult adolescents that are stuck, and some are aware, some not, because at one time, a few years back, a lot of years back, I think I was kind of stuck in that space. We all go through a learning process. And I think as far as black men, some of us, not all of us, we go through a different maturing process than women. I noticed that some women tend to mature a little faster than us men. That's just my opinion. I haven't looked it up. But, some, not all. It takes some of us a minute. Like I say, some get to a state of awareness quicker than others, but as long as we get there, and we're trying to, but if we don't give a damn, walking through life do willy-nilly, and we're toxic, and we don't care about ourselves, because if you don't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else, and this brother or sister? And I'm telling you, you'll look down through your life and look at all that time you wasted and had opportunities, especially if you had opportunities to turn your life around, but you didn't, and all you saw was money, fame, attention, and you didn't want nobody to stop you from shining, and all this old stupid stuff, and we can shine together. It's this big ass universe. None of us are more powerful than this universe. It's so many things that a lot of us can do. There's enough to go around for everybody. It's ridiculous, getting this little, now don't get me wrong, having platforms is beautiful because we're reaching and teaching, just for that hour or 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just for those few minutes, those who are chimed in and really real and looking to learn. For that moment, our mind is being liberated, and that's beautiful. And I think every time we do that, we recharge ourselves, and if we're passionate enough, if we're really, really passionate in our soul, and this brother or sister, young or old, we will take action. because, you know, we got to do that too. We got to turn, like I say, it's good to get in energy, speak good energy. It's beautiful, you know, because it gets in our subconscious. But at some point, brothers and sisters, let's turn it into action. Not that none of us are, but just got to kind of keep that in our subconscious. You know, turn this, what we learn, what we hear, what we speak, and put it into action. It's beautiful, you know. And we can start in small steps. Small steps lead to big steps. Just make that effort. All we got to do is do a little bit. Great Divine has the rest. Mother Nature will lead us. Great Divine works on the inside. Mother Nature works on the outside. That's why we take care of this temple the best way we can. And it's for me too, you know. Got little quirks and little habits I still got to work on. But one thing I will say, and if you haven't learned anything else on this channel from me or other brothers and sisters, reaches and teachers that's out there putting that work in, salute, appreciate the real like-minded brothers and sisters, young or old, man, that's putting that work in on social media and outside social media. We got to appreciate brothers like that, because that inner light in them has really expanded. And like I said, I put expanded on there. I was going to say growing, but I would say expanding, because it's no longer inside. That light that we have developed within our soul is starting to become on the outside. And all of those that are righteous are starting to connect, even though we don't speak each other, see each other spiritually, righteously though, that righteous spirit. We are connecting, whether we see it, know it or not. And it's building a force field. And it's getting stronger. That's why so many things, negative things out here, the news, social media, all the stuff, that's why it's becoming, it's like, I'm giving an example of what I said about the devil. The devil is an illusion. It's full of illusions and lies. And the devil is like a parasite, you know, and it needs a host to survive. So when a devil is desperate, it's going to throw all darts, all the distractions. It's going to do all these things and make things look so bad. And then, but when you sift through it and you stick to your knowledge and your research and you really look through, you will look right through it like, man, that was some bullshit. Real talk. But you have to be in that space and know that the devil has no power. I said that many times. The devil only has the power that we give it. You know, if we don't pay the devil no mind and deflect it and stay powerfully righteous, the devil won't even come near us, because the devil only preys on the weak. You know, as I said about this industry, and sometimes it preys on the weak. You know, these high ups, the weakest that be, they prey on the weak because they are weak. So anything they touch, any person, place, or thing that's connected to the devil, anything it touch, it will be confusion. It will be deleting. It'll be the walking dead of individuals, as we see abroad. You know, all we see is rich bodies, and I'm talking about those who are in high status with no brains, and that's crazy, because money don't make you smart. Just because you powerful, got a lot of money, don't mean you intelligent. You just stupid with money, because we have those that are not in the limelight, that may be underground and are very, very brilliant and intelligent and not in the limelight. That's when you're rich. When you got integrity, you have intelligence, and you let nothing penetrate that or ever be compromised. That's being rich. Fuck money, fuck fame, fuck attention. You know, all that. You know, if it's not coming from a divine, real place within, it's all for nothing. So make way for the righteous, because we here and more is coming. Salute to my generals that's standing up for truth out there. I know it's not easy, you know, but it's just something in us that can't let us not be truth sayers. I mean, it's just when we've been on this journey for a while, we've been studying, and the fire we have come through, you know, it's just something in us that won't let us stop. So, like I said, that inner light is expanding, and I know we can see it, and it's growing, it's getting bigger, you know, because remember, we got to keep our thinking up there with the divine. Divine is up, not down. You know, sometimes we got to take our level of thinking above and beyond this shit, something I always say. And remember, brothers and sisters, those in the beginning, or maybe have had struggles, or maybe are struggling, we might not be where we want to be, but thank God we are not where we used to be. And that's what it's all about. And keep striving. Don't get to one level and stop. Keep going. Like looking up words in the dictionary. You find that word and you find what you need on that word. And then what will we see? We'll see other words in that definition. We look that word up. That's how I'm just looking up words of definition as an example. That's how this righteous spiritual walk is. You get to one space and you learn something. The great divine has something else for you because it keeps us going through level after level because it wants us to get more and more powerful and be as close to that divine as we can possibly get. So that's why we study on that God spirit within. You never go wrong. I'm telling you, deflect all dumb shit in our subconscious because if we're not good at studying our emotions, wrong things we have inside will pop out. And we see that in the media, all these exposures and celebrities getting torn down, some social media influencers, like I say, just observe, sit back, and eat your popcorn, my brothers and sisters. And we learn from those that have been toxic their whole lives. Learn from them, learn what not to do, and learn the art of navigation in this life and on this social media. And that was in my thought. And my positive thought, my real thought. Thank those for joining in. I appreciate you, Salute to all the real like-minded content creators out there. Emphasis on real. And again, salute to my family for holding me down, making me the brother I am today. And I want to read a page from my book, Unlocking the Vault. And look for EBX discussions and father and son discussions. I'll do some motivational videos, like I said, but not many. Just when I'm feeling it, not when that divine wants me to speak. As I said, when the great divine tells me to speak, I speak. When that great divine tells me to shut up, I shut up because I listen to others. Also, because the most intelligent brother or sister, young or old, we are the best listeners because that's how we learn, right? When we listen, and not just with our ears, but our spiritual ears, deep, deep within. Righteously, though, gotta throw that righteous in there. And but I want to read a page from my book and look for the Volunteering in School podcast. I didn't do one this week, but I did volunteer. And like I say, I speak when I feel it. But volunteering is going well and still been going. I'm going to get more involved, get a little bit more active because I just sit at my desk at the moment. And as I said, I got a book I'm writing. I'm at page 30. And I usually read a page every week. And salute to the brothers and sisters, my family. Stay great and be one with that divine. All right, we're going to read a page from Unlocking the Vault. And this page 30. This little thoughts that I write down when I'm sitting at my desk when I'm volunteering. Here we go. When we set our sights high, we elevate our minds. Let's go to a place where we've never been, into the unknown. The unknown parts of our brain. Our brain is like a business. So if we don't explore and feed it good information, things can slip in that we don't want or need. That is very beneficial. Let me see. Yeah, if we don't explore and feed it good information, things can slip in. That way we don't want that. Yeah, things can slip in that we don't want or need. My bad. This is very beneficial in the early stages. If we pay attention to the information, we channel into our psyche, something I always say. This is very important in early stages of age or levels of self-awareness. Becoming true to oneself, in the beginning stages when you're just learning or whatever. Even when we have learned, things can seem a little weird, challenging, uncomfortable, confusing, because we begin to see deep into our soul. And sometimes we're not going to like what we dig up. That's real talk. I can attest to that. Sometimes we're not going to like what we dig up, but it must be done to get to that true self. I've been there. I know exactly what that feels like. But we have to go through the filtering stage or process. The great divine is not going to play with us, as well as Mother Nature and Father Time. The great divine is not going to play with us, period. The divine is not some soft thing. We can talk about God all day, but none of us will ever know that true power from that great divine, unless we seek it, unless we are truly connected and not playing and faking. Because the great divine, that higher force, Mother Nature, knows all. Been knowing us since we were children. So, and it's like I say, it's not always got to be a deep spiritual thing. Just start out with a right heart, and everything else will fall into place. Because when you're looking to do right, that right will come. So make way for the righteous, because that inner light is expanding. It's getting stronger, and stronger and stronger. Like I say, it will always be a righteous brother or sister that will speak that truth. So that's my thought. And stay great. Do things to stay powerful in this life, and always study and look to do better every day, and let no stupid ass mistake stop us. Because like I said, when we're at a high level of self-awareness, there'll be less mistakes. Life won't be as complicated, and we will be able to see solutions and ways to manifest results, because that's what life is all about, results. And man, touching that inner guy within ourselves, our children, our family, as I always say, work our way out. Those in our circle, and to those who want to learn. If they don't, Great Divine will set them off to the side and separate them from the righteous, because that force will protect us, especially when we're in tune with it. And that's brother, sister, young or old, and in our families. And I'm going to salute y'all off. Like I said, stay great. Keep manifesting that greatness, that divine ability that all my melanated brothers and sisters have. And I honor your family. I honor my family. Salute. I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. Please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. Salute.